Hi guys, and welcome back to Aussie's Motor Tips. I hear you want to spray your calipers on your motorbike really quick and easy. I'm here to show you how.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Okay, so here we are at the gsxr. It's already had a little bit of refreshing up anyway. So, onto the calipers. These are front calipers, as you can see. All you have to do, guys, is undo these here. These are 12mm, but it might be different on your bike. Of course, you've got Yamaha, Phaser, Honda, Yamaha, Honda, Ducati, loads of different types of bikes. But yeah, you just undo these. Get the caliper off. This box is in the way. Just mind your wheel here. Obviously when it comes off it's going to hit your wheel. Like I just did. Okay, so just wiggle it off nice and gentle. There we go. Onto the box. That's why the box is here. And there we go. That's ready to spray. Mind the braided hose. I think it's braided. Yeah. I might take this off. But let's clean this up. We'll get a rag behind it and we'll spray it. So I'm going to clean it with soapy water or brake cleaner or intake cleaner, actually. Okay, so clean her up with what you've got, which is, on this case, some brake cleaner. Give it a wipe down. Nothing special, not like that really. Just make sure that all the crap is off it. Whilst you're at it, obviously you will check the pads. In this case, we're looking pretty good. I'm not surprised really, seeing as though I'm barely riding this thing. Okay, so just wipe it down everything. Right, so we'll turn this box around on the dry bit. Easier said than done with one hand, as always. 1 second. got it on the dry end of the box now. I'm going to put a rag behind here so I don't spray my suspension like that. Yep. See if I can keep it there somehow. Like that. That'll be fine, I think. You know, something like that. And then we'll spray. Let it dry a little bit first. Because it's brake cleaner, it dries quick. So, we're all dry now. So the primer can go on. Now you got to whiz it round. Oh, the cloth is gone. Of course it has. Obviously the cloth is really important. So we'll let that dry a minute actually. That's ready for some blue. But I'm going to let it dry and whiz it round first. Once the primer is dry, of course, then we can add colour. And we're going to go for brake caliper paint, of course, because it's a brake caliper. And we can add some colour now. This takes a little bit longer to dry than primer does, so be patient. So what I'll do then to get the underside of it is I'm just going to lift the caliper up from about here, lift it up so it's about here, and then spray underneath. And then put it back on the bike, basically. It's as simple as that. It's not going to take long to dry. So then you put the caliper back in place. Obviously you do these up. Goes without saying. When you put the caliper back in place, mind you, make sure that the pads in the caliper goes each side of the disc. If not, you're going to be in big trouble. And because that's the main bulk of the caliper done, you could, if you wanted to, tape up all this area and kind of just touch it up, touch up the missed bits if you have missed bits, and that is the end result. It's looking really nice. I think that's pretty cool. Might put some protective coat on it, but yeah, that's really nice. Obviously the other side is looking like this still, so that's the before and the after. Ciao for now. Okay, also to do with the bike, as listed on the video, is I had a problem the other day. I was going to go to work and I went to start accelerating, going off, and the engine just stopped, and the F1 light started flashing at me. F1 is, or FI should we say, is the fuel injection light. It could stand either for quite a lot of things, but one is a throttle sensor. Throttle position sensor. So live on this channel, I don't know the outcome yet because I haven't looked. I'm going to check my throttle position sensor, because it's a fuel injection bike. We have a throttle sensor. So let's check. I'm going to show you how to check on a Suzuki gsxr, the one that I've just painted on this video. Yeah, we're gonna check to see if the sensor is okay, and that is the reason why it conked out on me. Because if it's out, it will stop. If it's majorly out, that is. So let's have a look. So what you'll need is one gsxr that's playing up, should we say, or played up. I mean, I've just disconnected the ECU and battery, so it might not show any codes. Next time it does it to me, I'm doing this procedure straight away. So you'll need a broken gsxr, I would say, or one that's playing up or showing some signs of distress, and one little wire like that. That's all you need. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the gsxr and we're going to show you how to get some codes up on your display. So what you need to do after, right, you go to your bike. I've already undone these screws, so you can see the throttle position sensor in a minute, after I've talked through this. So display is empty because the ignition is not on. We turn the ignition on and that is natural. It's 66 because I not long started it. That's the temperature. You've got the oil light flashing, which is normal, coolant light. Everything's up and running, ready to go. The fuel has pumped, and etc, etc, ready to start. Okay, that's normal. Now to change that into dealer mode and to get your codes up, if something's going on with the bike and you don't want to take it to a garage to get the codes, you do this. Turn the ignition off, go to the rear of the bike, take that off, so I've took the rear off, the back, sorry for the mess, and what you need to find is that black box there. Can you see it? Well, can you see it? It's right in front of you. What you need to do is remove this cap. This is your dealer mode port, okay? Take that cap off, which is easier said than done with one hand. There we go, like that. And then you're presented with two little metal connectors. Some will have metal connectors in all 4 ports. Mine, luckily, has just 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our wire, and obviously we're going to connect it there and connect it there at the same time. So let me set you up in the bike a minute, 1 second. like this. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, right, like that. That is perfect. That's going to be in dealer mode. Okay, and like I said, the main purpose of me doing this is to check my throttle position sensor. Okay, which I'll show you in a minute. It is actually on my throttle body video as well if you want to see it. But yeah, that's connected and ready to go. So you want to do that, then turn on the ignition like we did earlier, and the display will be completely different. Ready, and on. There we go. So let me just wipe that off a minute. There we go. Okay, so that little mark there, that little dash, is your throttle body sensor position. That can be in the middle, where it is right now. That could be at the bottom, by the bottom of the seat, or it could be at the top by the oil can. Okay, just take that in. It's really noisy here today, god damn it. Anyway, what you want happening there is the throttle body, the throttle position sensor to be in the middle like that. The rest of the code is the C00 is the rest of the fault code. Okay, I think that's clear. I will check. I think I've got no faults showing there. But the throttle body, the throttle position sensor needs to be in the middle like that. If it's elsewhere, at the bottom or the top, you need to move it. That isn't where it needs to be. That's possibly why you're getting a fuel injection code up. Luckily, that isn't the reason why it conked out on me today. Actually, I don't know if that's lucky or unlucky, because I've got to do investigation even more. But on this test, the throttle position sensor is perfect. Okay, so that's not that. So then we turn off the ignition again. And then, as simple as this, you just take that out of there and put the cap back on. Don't have to do any resetting or anything like that. And it showed you all the codes you need for this time being. I now know my throttle position sensor is fine. Let me show you where the throttle position sensor is on the bike, which you have already seen. 1 second. So it is on your right hand side, I think. Oh, the seat's on, damn it. 1 second. Okay. It's right there. That is your throttle position sensor. How you adjust it is, and I'm holding the tank so I can't point. See that star screw there? That one and the one at the bottom. You undo them and you adjust where it's sitting. Okay? That's your throttle position sensor, guys. Big black kind of case there. Which is the throttle position sensor is actually on my video as well about throttle cleaning, throttle body cleaning. But yeah, that's it. That's basically how you do it, mate. So further investigation is needed on this bike to why it conked out on me. So I'm going to put this one back, put the seat back. And I hope this video helped some of you. So yeah, that's how you do that. So now you know to bring up some codes. It will save you some time, some money. There is some certain codes that don't turn up, but the majority of fuel injection F1 codes will come up that way. I hope that helped. Ciao.